Hi everyone, and welcome back to my little cozy corner of hobbies on the internet. I feel as if I'm that friend that says, yeah, I want to do that, I want to participate for some sort of game night, and who shows up for one session and then ghosts the group for weeks on end until finally they return and go, hey, what's up? As if nothing has happened and they've been there the whole time. To start with, this video is just a small peek into the week of my life, kind of in a vlog style, as I went about being a mom and trying to fit in as much art as possible, with a voiceover chatting about how I'm feeling as I try to juggle personal life and the desire to make videos and create. This video you'll see some clips of me sketching, working at my part-time job, doing some mom chores, and just out and about. Nothing big, nothing special happens in this, but ultimately it was all I could do to get some clips. So let's start yapping. What is my reason for trying to upload to YouTube, you might ask? Well, I want to find some others that I can have as an art community to share my work with aside from my family. I mean, my Nona thinks I'm up there with the masters, and that's great and all, and it's very motivating, but she's an outlier. Anyways, sharing my artwork does motivate me to create and continue to improve my skills. But what I've found since trying to create videos is that content creation isn't easiest when you also wear other big hats. I'm the keeper of the house, a stay-at-home mom, and I also work part-time. So after I filmed and edited my first video, I was all pumped up to make more. Then I started filming some more process videos of my few finished pieces I had done, but I couldn't find the time to actually sit and edit the clips into a long form video. So they ended up being abandoned in the WIP wastelands. Well, what about short form and editing from your phone, you might suggest? And you have a point. And I do want to do that too, since it's part and parcel of sharing on social media. But I don't think I'm in a place in life to do it all, long and short form. So I think I have to kind of just do what I can. I find that trying to harvest and trim my hours of footage for my process videos from start to finish of the finished pieces was no easy feat for me as a busy stay-at-home mom who only has a little downtime during the day and in her evenings. I found that I couldn't create art, which is what I really wanted to do, because I was trying to use that time to cut up clips. But then all I really wanted to do was make art, but also share it. So then I tried to participate in Mermaid, and I was uploading some shorts of my quick doodles each day to YouTube and Instagram. They were nothing serious, but again, life got busy because summer arrived and my husband and I were out more with our toddler. So I think I kept up with it for about a week and then I fell off. After that, I just stopped filming anything at all. I wondered, is there a point? Should I wait until I have more free time? Am I even good enough to make videos? Does anyone care? Do I have anything interesting to put out there? But I have found that during these last few months, I do think about this little side hobby of my art hobby often, and so that means I do want to make more and do more with it. So I think I need to push through, film some clips here and there, hold off on process videos for now, and see where it takes me. Take it a little slower to begin with, and see what I can release, whether that is long form or short form. Just kind of release content, a video, a short, what have you, on a more consistent basis than what I've done so far, which is not very much. Recently, I have gained a little bit more time that I can use to lean into my art and find myself as an individual again, not just a mom, wife, or the keeper of the house. My husband is fantastic and encourages me to take this opportunity to explore and come back to myself. So although I don't have much art in this video, I am trying to put more effort into filming more art-centered videos, but sometimes I do forget to actually open the camera and film. So it's not that I'm not creating, I'm not drawing, I'm not painting or anything like that, but I'll be deep into whatever I'm working on, and a large amount of time has passed, and suddenly it hits me. I could have been filming this whole time. So that's where I need to start, I think, just by filming a few more clips while I'm making some sort of art and compiling them into a vlog style. So there's not as much to structure. It can be a clip here, a clip there, and the results of whatever I'm working on. And these vlogs can be for showcasing my art. And I actually hope soon here I'll have more time to sit and film me actually trying out oil painting, which I've picked up recently. I've managed to play around with my oil paints about twice so far, and I find that every time that I use them, I think to myself, wow, this is what painting is about. And that's how I know I'm enjoying the process of painting with oil paintings. And I really want to dive into that and see where it takes me, because there's something special about oil painting where you can see the strokes and how you built up the piece and the end result that's just really magical, that I don't feel I have in the other mediums that I have learned to use. I mean, watercolor is kind of the same. You really got to build up the layers, but it's all the same. There's not as much texture to it other than granulation and non-granulation, etc. But with oil painting, you have the brush strokes, and you can put like, I think it's like plaster on the canvases and build up the texture. And there's just something that's really appealing to me about that. On a side note, I do have to laugh at myself a little bit, because when I started picking up art again a bit more seriously in about 2022, I had zero interest in oil painting and even thought that it was too much of a hassle to try out. Who wants to be mixing paint and oil and blah 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 blah. But after being exposed to so many different artists online and in my local community, I had this burning desire to try oil painting. And then a couple of months ago, I made a special like birthday sign for my daughter, just using cheap craft paints I got from the dollar store. I found that when I was painting this little poster sign thing, each paint stroke brought me some sort of joy. If you had asked me a few months ago, or even years, if I'd love the physical act of painting as much as I do now, I'd probably say you're crazy. I do find that I am able to post a bit more frequently on my Instagram, which is at Chasing Hobbies, for, you know, that shameless self-plug. But I don't get as much engagement. So if there's anyone out there that's watching and has some tips on gaining engagement, please share with me, whether that's how to properly tag your uploads or just ways to start connecting with people. Please share it with me. Maybe as I'm sitting here and thinking about it, maybe it's a reciprocal thing, and that I need to engage and comment and share so that others will then do the same for me. Anyways, I do have a bad habit of following down rabbit holes of topics that I'm interested in when I'm trying to learn new things, such as like stylization, composition, brainstorming. And it's hard because I'm like Doug from Up. Squirrel! And I go from one skill to the next. And I know I should focus a little bit more, but what I found is that I don't really know how to just generate ideas from my imagination. The process of ideation left me a long time ago. And now I'm left wondering, how do I come up with new ideas when there's just silence kind of in my imagination? Nothing is coming. So I'm trying to find a way to build some sort of something that I can use to generate my own ideas when inspiration just isn't hitting. This is going to be my next passive project, as I call it. I'll be creating a personal physical database of traits and what I personally associate with that. Kind of like mind mapping and brain dumping all on index cards, but each index card is a term or a concept or just straight up vibes on the front and anything related to that on the back. So, say one is pink and the other side is anything that I relate to the color pink: bubblegum, whimsy, flowers, anything like that. That way I can pull cards out at random and create something based on the cards I've pulled. Because I find that, yes, there's random generators, but they're too random for me. I want them to be a little bit more tailored to what I do actually really like to draw rather than just drawing. And there's a time for that too, because I'm sure that I will exhaust this resource to some degree. But this is where I'm going to start when it comes to learning to brainstorm and come up with ideas when inspiration or the idea isn't there. The next chance I have, I want to sit and film this as I start to build this little database. And I don't know whether that'll be a long or short form, but as I said, I just need to upload something a bit more consistently. So, the TLDR of this is that life is busy and I'm finding it hard to actually create the videos from clips I film. But I am trying to get better because I really want to do this. And in the long run, find a little community of creatives that I can interact with, share and encourage and motivate each other. I hope you all liked watching the few clips from my life as a creative stay-at-home mom. I have some ideas for other videos, so I'm praying I'll be able to get those filmed and released sooner than, or rather quicker than, the time between my first video and this one. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I hope you decide to stick around as I chase my hobbies.